Hi everyone! Let's talk about making homemade bread. I know in 2020 a lot of people started making bread from home again. Maybe they quit because they found it too difficult. Maybe they didn't find a good recipe that their family enjoyed. But I'm going to show you in this one about how easy it is for me to make freshly milled, kit approved, soft as store-bought bread but more nutrition in as little time as just a few minutes. I'm going to put a timer right here down on this part of my screen so that you can watch me do this in real time and just see how little time I dedicate to doing this. Now, once I put everything into my bread machine, I'll go over my recipe. and done. Now for my recipe, I used 2 cups of fresh hard white organic wheat berries, 1 cup of fresh white organic wheat berries, and then I use 1.5 cups of hot water straight out of the tap. There's no reason to boil it. And then I use 1/3 cup of olive oil, 1/3 cup of honey, 1 egg, which is optional, so you can make this vegetarian or vegan by just cutting out your egg, and then also 2 teaspoons of salt, and then I mill my 3 cups of wheat berries. So like I said, 2 cups of hard red, 1 cup of hard white, milled. That will give you enough to make a 2-pound loaf, which is what my bread machine makes. And then after that, you put in your yeast. So you're going to make like a little crater in your flour once you've milled it and you've put it in there, so that the yeast doesn't touch the oil and the water yet, because you don't want that to start yet, because then the yeast will start becoming active. So that's what I use. Now my kids love this bread. They eat the crust and everything. And we have found that 1 slice of this bread kind of equals a full store-bought bread sandwich, because it's kind of, like I said, it's 2 pounds, so it's a little bit on the bigger side. So you'll see when I pull it out that it is taller, and I do believe it is slightly wider. Okay, so I will show you some videos of the bread machine mixing it and kneading it. I'll pop it open and scrape down the sides and show you what it looks like after it's done mixing and then kneading. And then I'll show a couple clips of it rising and possibly baking, and then I will show you when I pull it out of the bread machine to cool it. So stick around, we'll be going through it. Okay, so here it is completed. And we have a 2-pound loaf of bread. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. Now it's going to cool for, it'll probably be a couple hours, and we'll be back. Okay, so our bread is done here. This is a 2-pound loaf of freshly milled wheat, and I'm going to go ahead and cut it for you so you guys can see it. So from start to finish, it roughly took me, I don't know, we'll give myself 5 minutes of prepping it, 5-10 minutes of prepping, and then it once it got into the bread maker, it took about 2.5 hours for it to knead twice, raise twice, and then bake. So this bread is soft as store-bought and loved by my kids here, who I am sure going to want a slice of it. So I always cut the end off first, and then I save the end to wrap it to help keep all of the, keep the end of the bread from going too dry. So here is, it's still a little warm, so you can see it's still super, super soft. But this is our favorite bread to make. And this loaf will go in about 2 or 3 days at my house. So in a few more days, I will make a whole nother loaf. Girls, do you want some?
Yeah. Yes.
All right, let me cut it in half for you so you both can have half. Elizabeth, Victoria.
Thank you.
You're welcome. What you think, Elizabeth?
Best thing I ever tasted.
Oh, it's the best thing you ever tasted. Thanks, sweetheart. Thank you. Now, if you want to learn about why milling your own wheat is more nutritional, click this video here. And if you want to see me compare my Nutrimill to my new Como mill, click this video here.